What's up, y'all? This is Greg. I'm gonna give this YouTube video stuff a shot. See if I might could make some videos that somebody might could benefit from. I do a lot of four-wheeler work, and that's mostly what these videos will pertain to. There might be some that'll be about something completely different, but still somewhat related, I guess. Today, what I'm gonna do is put some valve seals in a 350 Rancher we're working on over here. Well, it looks like it was probably run out of oil, so I'm putting a cylinder and all that on it, and gonna start out with a simple video here of some valve seals. Show you how I do it. This isn't the only way to do it, but found out this is the easy way, or at least this is what I do. To start off with, I'll take a wire brush on the little air grinder here and clean up this cylinder. It's or the combustion chamber. It's pretty nasty, and then I'll eventually take the valves out, clean them, and we're going to do valve seals. So let me get this cleaned up real quick. Safety third. Alright, so I got it cleaned up. I'm going to probably hit these couple of areas here in the corners once I get the valves out. So I'm going to take the valves out of it now. This is what I use. This is a valve spring compressor. It's actually made for a car, but it works great for these. You just have to crank it way down. And this is, all Hondas are pretty much the same, so it works great for them. Maybe that'll work. You just clamp this thing around here, pushes on one side of the valve and pushes in the top of it, and pops it up so you can get to the retainers. Usually you can just slide those out with your hand. This one's being a little aggravating, so you move it with a screwdriver. Let the pressure off. Just go out of spring. That's your exhaust valve. I'll go ahead and pull both of them out. If you're just doing this on your ATV and only have to do it once in a lifetime, I think you can actually rent these tools at the auto parts place, and it makes it a whole lot easier. But I do a lot of these, so I just bought it. I use it pretty regular. Alright, and there's the intake valve. Alright, you can take a screwdriver and pop these seals up. Hang on just a second. Nope, sorry about that. Neighbor stopped by, I had to talk to him. What we're going to do now is lap these valves. I usually don't do any kind of valve grinding or anything like that on these because they're usually not in that bad of shape. But to lap them, you take the valve, and I got some valve grinding compound. It's like gritty, it's water-based stuff. I'm not real sure exactly what it is, but you just dab a little bit of that on the valve. And stick it back into the hole. And then I also have got this little handy dandy valve grinding tool. I've had this thing for years. Surprisingly, you can buy these at Advance, AutoZone, places like that. It's made out of wood, two little suction cups on each side. The ones I have actually came with another one that has even bigger ones for, there again, for automotive applications. Some people just take the shaft part of this and put a drill in it and run it, but I don't know. I think this works better, so that's what I do. Alright, so you just take this suction cup tool, stick it on there like that, and spin it around like you're trying to start a fire. If you pick it up and let it back down, you can actually feel the valve grind and stuff getting into the crack. I usually just do it for a few seconds, and then you take it off, and you can wipe this stuff off, and you can see on there where it's shiny. That's where it cleaned the valve up. See the shiny ring on it. And then also, maybe this thing will focus. You can also see the ring here where it cleaned it up. Usually this valve's good. If you have a valve that's bent, you can see the ring's not consistent all the way around. It seems like it's got a pretty good width on it there that it would seal off, so I don't think these valves will have any problems with them. Which I don't think the valve was the problem in the get-go. I believe it was a run out of oil, so that was the problem. Alright, so then you take the valve seal. These are from Honda. It's just a little rubber seal with a little spring on the end of it. And you can just, Honda says you're supposed to press these on with a socket or a presser or something like that, but you can just push it on with your hand. You can ease it over like that, and it snaps right down. You just want to make sure it's pressed all the way on there, good and square, so it'll seal off. And then same way with the other side. Both of these seals are the same, intake and exhaust. So you just push it down on there like that. Make sure it's all the way down. And that's it. Alright, usually stand it back up. You take your intake valve, stick it back in your intake hole. You can tell these, it's pretty obvious, but you can tell the difference. This one's a whole lot bigger. The intake's a whole lot bigger than the exhaust. Press it through. Feel a little resistance on there to let you know that the seal is sealing up. Put the spring back on. Let me move this camera around and I'll show you how to compress them. Just take the spring compressor again, just like before, press it down. This thing, once it gets so far down, it actually kind of locks down. So you take the retainer and stick back in there. You have to make sure the retainer, it's tapered. So you have to make sure the skinnier part or the more pointed part goes in first. Lay both of them in there, ease up on the compressor, and there you go. Do the other one real quick. Much the same way. Press it down, it locks. Put the retainer on one side, put the other retainer on the other side. Ease up on it. There you go. Also like to take a hammer and just tap these things to make sure they're seated in there good. And that'll be it. I also took while my neighbor was here, I took a Scotch-Brite wheel, just hit this real light to knock off any imperfections or anything on it so the head gasket will seal up. Alright, that's it. A valve job on a 350 Rancher. And this is pretty much the same 350, 250 Recons, the 420 Rancher, 500 Foremans, 450 Foremans. They're all pretty much the same operation. And that's how you do it. Sometimes this will make the motor smoke. The valve seals will. If I'm doing a top end on one, the piston rings and all that stuff, boring one out, I'll go ahead and do these. Even if they're not bad, it's still a good insurance to go ahead and throw these two. They're only like $5 a piece or $4 a piece or something like that for the seals. So it's good to go ahead and do it, and it cleans up the edges on your valves, so you don't have to worry about them sealing off. All right, so that's all for my valve seal installation, and this is the four-wheeler doctor signing off. And I might have another couple videos on this thing. I've got to do the cylinder, but I'm not gonna show that one because I already had it tore apart before I even started the video. So I kind of would like to have a video of doing the whole process. Also got to put a rear output shaft boot and a seal on it, and take the swing arm off. So I may show a video on that, just because that's something that tends to happen a lot of times on these. The bearings go bad or that seal goes bad and you have to pull the swing arm off of it. So I'll probably show that one. That'll be my next one, more than likely. Alright, y'all have a good day.